network. Students, let us start today's lesson. Before that, let us revise our previous lesson. Students, do you remember our previous lesson? I hope you are. Last time, we were learn about writing sentence or simple sentence writing. So we were discussing about how to write sentence, how to create sentence, and rules to change positive sentence or affirmative sentence with interrogative and also with negative. Let us revise. So last time we learned about sentence. Students, do you remember what sentence means? So sentence is a group of words, not only a group of words, that gives or explain and gives the full thought. The full thought. It gives a meaning and has subject. When we come to subject, we can add name of or noun. We can use noun, name of things, name of place, name of person. And also, we can use pronoun too. So the first we can use noun. And the next, we can add also pronoun. So here is the subject. Here is we can use noun, also pronoun, different pronoun. So in the next, we can use like predicate. We can use predicate. When we said predicate, we can use what? Yes, verbs. So when we said predicate, we can use like verbs. When we come to simple sentence, we can use verbs, the first action verbs. Here is action verbs, like play, dance, run, and also write. And the next, we can use those verb to be. Verb to be like is, and also we can use also are, was, were. And also we can use verb to do. Verb to do and does, verb to have, we can use that. So we can subject, predicate, and also we can have sometimes also the object, the closing of the sentence, we can use that. So we will create some sentence and change it to positive and negative forms, like, and also interrogative forms. For example, here, I love an apple. So when we come to here, this is a simple sentence. We can change words interrogative and negative. So the first one is, let us start with negative form. So I love an apple. What can I say? Easily. What can I use? I can use don't. I do. So to make it negative, we can use what? Not. I do not love what? An apple. Here is, let us change with interrogative. Okay, what can I say? Do I love an apple? We can use question mark. So we will discuss also punctuation markers. That was previous lesson also. Comma, full stop, and question mark, and also exclamatory mark. So we will discuss about full stop, question mark, and also comma, and also exclamation markers. This was our previous lesson. Students, today we are going to learn about simple present tense. Students, do you have any idea about simple present tense? Of course you do. After this lesson, students can tell the use of simple present tenses. And also, students can construct some sentences by using simple present tense verbs. So, students, I gave you one question before. Do you have any idea about simple present tense? Okay, let us see together. So, when we come to simple present tense is a tense simple present tense is a tense part of present tense. We will learn even before present continuous tense. And today we are going to see simple present tense. So when we come to the first thing, simple present tense, we can use simple present tense for different actions and also with different ideas. The first one is, it's called habitual. Habitual actions. Or also we can say habit. Students, do you know what's called habit? And also how we can say it like habit? Bravo, students. When we say habit, that is the thing, your daily routine. The thing, you are doing that thing every day, or every week, or every month. But it must be continuous action. It must be routine action when we come to habit. So when we say habit or routine, we can use different action. For example, waking up in the morning, brushing your teeth, combing your hair, doing your homework. That are what? Your habitual action. Let me give you one example. I brush my teeth every morning. I brush my teeth every morning. This is an action that you are doing it every morning. Here is a verb. Here is a verb. We can use the verb brush my teeth every morning, every day. Let me give you another example. Maybe your sister or your brother. Let us say mention one. We can say she. She what? Goes where? To school. What? How many times you are going to school? Maybe 5 times a week. It's maybe every day. So we can say every day. She goes to school every, we can say. So, for example, you are not going to maybe school, maybe weekends, Saturday and Sunday. So we can say every weekday. Every weekday. Weekday. She goes to school every weekday. So, let us add one example. Let us mention one pronoun, he. He plays what? For example, let us mention football. When? Every weekend? Usually, always, we can use those adverbs of frequency words. Do you remember adverbs of frequency, students? We will learn about adverbs of frequency that show routine and also habitual action. So we can say, he plays football, what? Every weekend. We can say that. Weekend. So we can use usually, always, and also randomly, rarely. So let us say he plays football every weekend, and also he always plays football. We can say that too. So the first one is the first thing is habitual action. Let us start the next. So the next one is we can use simple present tense for what? To show universal truths and also scientific truths. When we come to universal truths, that experience or the thing is, it's maybe fact and also universal truths. When we say universal truths, the people who live in those world, they agree with that thing. So we can use simple present tense that show what? Facts or scientific truths. So we can say here, we can show with, we can say facts. So students, do you know any facts? For example, the week has how many days in the week? Bravo, student. 7. The week has 7 days. Here it is. The week has 7 days. Let us continue. Do you know any universal idea or universal truth or fact? Water melts. No, we can say boil. Boils. How much centigrade? 100 degrees Celsius. Water boils. We can say here before 100 at 100 degrees Celsius. This is also what? The fact. This is also what? The fact. And also we can say the sun rise from where? In the east. That's the example of also facts and universal truths. Let us continue. So the next, we can use simple present tense words to show and also the thing that you are, of the truth, and also state of being. State of being. For example, here is we can say, for example, she lives, this is, it can be or information, she lives in Ethiopia. She lives in Ethiopia. This is state of being. For example, we can say even, I am, what am I? I'm a teacher. Bravo. I am a teacher. And also, we can use for information like this. I am a teacher. She lives in where? Ethiopia. Bravo, students. Students, let us continue and let me show you how we can use simple present tense and verbs. It has a rule and we will discuss about that. So when we said tenses, there are two things, the time and verb. So which kind of verbs we are going to use? For example, in a simple present continuous tense, we can use ing verbs. Like, for example, play, playing. We just add what? ing. Run, running. So we can have this kind of rules in simple present tense. Let us start. The first rule, rule number one is a verb that's ending with consonant. The verb that ending with what? Consonant. For example, run. So when we come to here, those pronouns are singular subjects. What's I called? Singular subjects, like he, she, and it. And singular subjects, we can add at the end of the verb what? S, es, or ies. But when we come to plural subjects like they, we, and you, and also I is a singular, is a specific condition. Here we can add I, they, we, you, and I. We don't add s, es, or ies at the end of the verb. For example, let me give you. They play, only play football, we can say. For example, here, this is simple present tense sentence. Here is, I just use only play. I couldn't add s, ies, and es too. So this rule only working for singular subject, for singular subject or pronoun or noun. So let me show you the rule. So when we come to here, let us mention run, and we can use one of singular subject. He, what can I say? Runs. I add what? S at the end of the verb, ending with what? Consonant, run. He runs. What? What can I say? Too fast. Look, students, I just add S at the end of what? The consonant. Here is in. At the end of the verb, just add what? S. This is the first rule, number 1, from where? From simple present tense rule. Let us continue. The next one is rule number 2. We add I, E, S at the end of the verb. This rule also worked for what? Singular subjects. Singular subjects. So a verb ending with Y. A verb ending with Y. But students, don't forget, before the ending of Y, it must be what? Consonant. It must be consonant. So let us mention study. Here is study. We can change with what? Let us take one subject from, let us say she. What can I say? Studies. I, E, S. She studies. For example. She studies for exam. And let us add one. For example, let us say try. Let us mention, for example, Abel. Abel. Let us cancel Y here and add IES. Abel tries his best. Look, students, here I change the try, adding what? I-E-S. Abel tries his best. Bravo, students. Let us continue. Rule number 3. This one, a verb ending with CH, SH, and SS also. We can use this verbs by adding ES. Don't forget again, this rule only working for singular subject, noun or pronoun. So let us take one example. For example, watch. Ending with what? CH. So easily we can add, for example, let us mention Sarah. Sarah do what? Watches. Look, students, here. This is interesting lesson actually. Watch. Add what? ES. TV. Sarah watches TV. And also some verbs ending with also with vowel letters, like we can mention, for example, here, go. For example, here, let us write here, go. He goes. To church, maybe. I are what? ES at the end of where? At the end of the verb ES. He goes to church. For example, let us add catch. Catch. For example, he catches. Add what? ES, catches. Maybe like the fly. He catches the fly, for example. He catches the fly. Here is a student. What I was doing is add ES. Where? At the end of the verb. He catches the fly. Let us underline ES. Here it is. Here it is. I hope you all are understand the topic. I believe it's not confusing also. So this is rule number 3. We can have one more. Rule number 4. This rule is some verbs like, for example, let us mention play. Look here. This ending with what? Why? But we are not canceling why. Do you know the reason? Because before why, there is what? A vowel word. A vowel word. So when we come to here, play, place, easily. This is ending with why, but it just are what? S. For example, the cat play with the cat plays with her. Here is, I just add what? S. The cat plays with her. This is rule number 4. How many rules I told you already? 4. The first one is adding only S. The next rule, IES, ending with Y, like study and try to. Students, let me show you one thing and I'll give you some activities to practice simple present tense. Students, we can use simple present tense also to construct your own sentence. So let us see how can we use simple present tense sentences as a question and as a negative form. So the first thing, to make it interrogative, by using do and does. For example, we can use as interrogative form by using do and does. For example, here is does she like banana? Students, look here, it is does because this is a singular subject. I add what? E is like go, goes, like do, does, because this is the singular subject. When we say subject, we can use both noun and pronoun, like person name, so personal noun also. So, does she like banana? What can I use? Question mark. What can I use? Question mark. Student A, if like let us make it a dialogue. Student A asks what? Does she like banana? The next student can answer the question. For example, yes, she does. Or no, she doesn't. So the first student, student B, maybe say what? Yes. And use what? Comma here. Yes, she does. It's become dialogue. You can practice with your friends and with your siblings too. Yes, she does. And let us make it negative here. And the student B maybe also say what? No. And next, comma, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. It can be a conversation with two friends or with two siblings. Does she like banana? Here is, yes, she does. And also, no, she doesn't. So both of them can be the answer with by using does. Let me give you one example with do. Do you eat your lunch? For example, we can say student A, do you eat your lunch? So what can you say? For example, for me, if somebody asks me, do you eat your lunch? For example, what can I say? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But that can be like student B here. And also, what can I say? If I'm not eating my lunch, what can I say? No, I do not. For example, here also, no, I do what? For negative also, not. No, I do not eating what? My lunch. So here is the methods that you can ask with interrogative questions and answer the questions too. These are also the dialogue that you can what? Practice. So let me give you one more example with what? Negative. Negative. We can use, here is also do and does. And also not. So when we come to here, we can use do for they, for example, as a pronoun, we, you, and also here is I. We can use do as a negative what? Not. Here is, we can use does for singular subjects. We can use both pronoun and noun. So here is she, he, it. We can use what? Does. Does. After does or do not, do, like before, not, add what? does not. For example, here, she does not, he does not, it doesn't. So here is they, we, you, I. Here is what? Plural subject. I know I is not a specific condition, but it is singular, but it's followed by do. You. So what can we say? Do not like, for example, tea. You do not like tea. And we can use they do not like tea, we, you, and also I. And then next we can take from he. What can we say? Does not go to school. This is the negative form. He does not go to school. This is the negative rule that followed not after do or does. This is the negative form. Students, let me give you one activity and practice simple present tense. So this is activity 1. Activity 1. Here is change the following sentences with negative and interrogative form. Negative and interrogative form. Here is your instruction. So let me give you one question. So here is question number 1. We can mention I. She. Here is eats her dinner. Here is 3. They learn English. Students, change these sentences with negative and interrogative forms. And we'll practice and I'll give you the correction after you finished. Students, I hope you all have finished activity 1. Let me give you correction and let us practice together. So the first question is, I walk every day. So let us start with interrogative form, question form. So what can I say? Do I walk every day? Question mark. When we come to negative, I do not walk what? Every day. Bravo, students. Question number 2. She eats her dinner. So what can we say? This is a singular subject. So what can we say? Does she eat her dinner? Here is question mark. So to make it negative, easily add not at the end of or after does. She does not eat her lunch. The next one is they learn English. They learn English. So what can we say? Do they learn English? Do they learn English? Question mark here is. So what can we say the next for to make negative? They, what can we say? Do not learn what? English. Here is the rules. We can use these sentences as a conversation, ask with your friends, with your parents, like conversation are said as a dialogue. Student A, student B, like asking each other as a questions. Like you can say, do I work every day? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Like this. You can practice simple present tense like this. Students, let us summarize today's lesson. Today, we will learn about simple present tense. Simple present tense is a tense like part of present tense that show habitual action, universal truths, and also state of being, that who you are, also like your information too. The first thing that what we were saying, like the thing what you are doing is every day. The thing what you don't have to forget is you can use as a simple present tense adverbs of frequency words, like here is you can use adverb of frequency. Adverbs of frequency like always, usually, rarely, and you can use also every day, every morning, every week, every Saturday, every day. Like you can use this adverbs of frequency with simple present tense. Students, this was our previous lesson. Let me give you homework. You can practice at home also simple present tense. Here is your homework. Like your activity 1, you can use the correct form of verb. Here is question number 1. She blank like banana. Question number 2. Sarah blank eat her lunch. 3. He blank watch TV. 4. She blank wash her hands. So, students, here is a verbs in the bracket. You can use the correct form of verbs that we are using for simple present tense. So we were having different rules for rules. Add s, es, ies. That was the rules you can use as your homework. So, students, I hope you all understand the topic and you were enjoying the lesson. We will see the next time. See you, students. Goodbye, students.
Tanzania, East Africa, it's another hot sunny day on the vast rolling plains of the Serengeti.